When we think of Pennywise the Dancing Clown, we picture a grinning monster lurking beneath Derry, a creature born to terrorize children. But what if that clown was just a mask? What if the real Pennywise wasn't just a monster at all, but a god? Beneath the red balloons and sinister jokes lies a being tied to the very fabric of Stephen King's multiverse, a creature with origins that stretch far beyond Earth, reality, or time itself. Pennywise didn't crawl out of a circus tent. He emerged from the birth of creation itself. And like every ancient being, he has a family. A lineage filled with gods, monsters, and cosmic entities that shaped the universe long before humans ever existed. So join us as we explore the entire family tree of Pennywise and uncover the terrifying truth about where fear itself was born. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Time to float!
It, Pennywise, the Eater of Worlds. Pennywise the Dancing Clown is the monster that defines fear itself. But the truth is, Pennywise is just a disguise. The real entity is something much older, much hungrier, and far less human. It's an ancient cosmic being known only as It. It originated from a dimension outside our universe called the Macroverse, or, as some like to call it, the Todash space. Long before time, space, or even light existed, this creature crash-landed on Earth millions of years ago, embedding itself beneath what would one day become Derry, Maine. There it lay dormant until humanity gave it something to feed on: fear. Especially the fear of children, whose imaginations make their terror more potent. Every 27 years it awakens, hunts, and devours before returning to hibernation. But make no mistake, it doesn't eat flesh out of hunger. It feeds on fear because fear is energy. It's how this cosmic parasite sustains its existence. Despite its godlike power, it isn't all-knowing or immortal. It can feel pain, fear, and rage. Deep down, it's a being that desperately clings to survival. So yes, we can define him as a predator pretending to be a god. And even among ancient cosmic forces, Pennywise isn't alone, because every nightmare has a family, and it's terrifyingly large. The Deadlights, fragments of its power. If Pennywise is the face of fear, then the Deadlights are the soul behind it. When Beverly Marsh saw them in It, she described them as glowing orange lights that twisted reality itself. Those lights aren't magic or illusion. They're the proper form of It, a glimpse into the essence of something our world was never meant to see. In Stephen King's mythology, the Deadlights exist outside our universe, within the Macroverse. They're the raw, primordial energy that fuels its existence and possibly fragments or extensions of its being. Think of them like its heartbeat, its offspring, or even its blood. Whenever it manifests as Pennywise or any other form, those Deadlights pulse beneath the illusion, giving it strength and power. But here's the horrifying part. The Deadlights don't just exist within it. They can also leak into other dimensions. They're spotted in Dr. Sleep and other King-connected stories, suggesting that its influence isn't confined to Derry at all. The Deadlights could be drifting fragments of Pennywise's cosmic energy, infecting other realities like spores of fear. Anyone who looks into them directly risks total madness, because the human brain simply isn't wired to process them. What Beverly saw was only a fraction of their brilliance, and even that almost shattered her mind. So if Pennywise is the body, and the clown is the mask, then the Deadlights are the soul of destruction itself, the glowing, chaotic life force that connects it to its ancient, otherworldly lineage. Maturin the turtle, Pennywise's cosmic brother. For every force of darkness there must be a counterbalance of light, and for Pennywise that balance is Maturin the turtle. It represents chaos and consumption, and Maturin stands for peace and creation. He's one of the oldest beings in Stephen King's multiverse, a cosmic entity so vast that he literally vomited up the universe into existence. Born from the same cosmic energy that created it, Maturin is often considered Pennywise's brother, two sides of the same coin. But while Pennywise devours worlds, Maturin safeguards them. He's gentle, wise, and largely passive, preferring to watch rather than interfere. Yet when balance is threatened, when the darkness grows too powerful, Maturin acts. In It, he guides Bill Denbrough, the leader of the Losers Club, during his spiritual confrontation with Pennywise. Through this connection, Maturin becomes humanity's link to the divine. His wisdom helps them channel belief, courage, and unity, traits that directly oppose its hunger for fear and chaos. So while Pennywise may call himself the Eater of Worlds, it's Maturin, his ancient silent brother, who actually gave those worlds life. Gan, the father of all creation. If Maturin and it are siblings, then Gan has to be their father, the ultimate creator and the highest deity in Stephen King's vast multiverse. He's the being who dreamed the universe into existence, the architect behind every dimension, every reality, and every story. Gan resides within the Dark Tower, a cosmic structure that holds all worlds together. The tower itself is his body, every beam, every stone, every door a piece of his divine consciousness. Without Gan, there would be no Macroverse, no Derry, no it, and no life at all. He represents a perfect balance of order, wisdom, and creation. But Gan isn't a traditional god. He doesn't directly interfere with mortals or his children. Instead, he observes, letting the forces of creation, Maturin, and destruction, it, maintain equilibrium across the multiverse. To Pennywise, Gan is both a creator and a curse, because even though it exists as a being of chaos, it still belongs to Gan's design, a product of divine imagination, twisted by freedom and fear. Pennywise might think of itself as a god, but compared to Gan, it's merely a spark from the fire. In the grand cosmic hierarchy, Gan is the father of everything, and Pennywise is one of his most terrifying descendants, which is proof enough that even divine creation can produce unimaginable darkness. Bessa, the Queen of the Prim, Mother of Creation. Before Gan shaped the multiverse with order and design, there was only chaos, a swirling, formless sea of raw energy known as the Prim. And at the heart of that chaos was Bessa, the mother of all. Though never directly named in King's novels, some interpretations and companion works describe Bessa as the embodiment of creation's emotional side, like passion, instinct, hunger, and desire. While Gan represents order, logic, and the structure of existence, Bessa embodies the wild unpredictability of life itself. So, since Gan is the architect of the multiverse, Bessa is absolutely the artist, the one who gave that structure its color, rhythm, and pulse. Together, Gan and Bessa brought forth the first cosmic children, Maturin, the turtle of creation, and it, the devourer of worlds. In that sense, Bessa is Pennywise's cosmic mother. Her chaotic essence lives on through him, in his unpredictable nature, his emotional manipulation, and his instinctual need to feed on fear. Every cruel joke and mocking grin that Pennywise throws at his victims echoes the same chaotic energy that once defined the Prim. In King's mythos, Bessa is associated with magic and transformation, as she's the living proof that creation and destruction are part of the same breath. Pennywise's shape-shifting powers, that's her influence. His erratic emotional nature, also hers. Without Bessa's chaos, Pennywise wouldn't exist. He might be the clown we fear, but deep down, he's just the son of a goddess who gave life to both dreams and nightmares. Dandelo, the distant cousin. Since Pennywise is the god of fear, we can definitely call Dandelo his twisted cousin, the god of laughter. He first appears in the Dark Tower Book 7, living in an isolated house on the edge of reality. On the surface, Dandelo seems like a charming, eccentric host, offering food and hospitality, but his smiles hide something far more sinister. Like Pennywise, Dandelo is a psychic vampire, a creature that feeds on human emotion. The only difference is that his flavor of choice isn't fear, it's joy. Dandelo manipulates his victims into laughing themselves to death, literally feeding on their happiness until they're drained husks. It's the same modus operandi as Pennywise, only with a different seasoning. Both creatures can shapeshift, both can manipulate minds, and both draw sustenance from emotions. Many fans believe Dandelo and Pennywise belong to the same cosmic species, born from the same chaotic essence that flowed from Bessa and Gan's creation. Even their physical traits overlap, as both wear humanoid disguises, possess illusory abilities, and use humor as a weapon. In fact, Stephen King himself once hinted that creatures like Dandelo and Pennywise exist throughout the multiverse, each adapted to their own environment, and somewhere in between them lies the truth. The universe doesn't care how you feel, it only cares that you feel enough to be eaten. The Crimson King, the Dark Patriarch. Sitting atop the hierarchy of evil in Stephen King's universe is the Crimson King, a name whispered like a curse. While Pennywise might be a terror on Earth, the Crimson King is the architect of darkness across all realities. Where Gan represents the light of creation, the Crimson King stands as its shadow, a being who exists only to see that light extinguished. Kinda like God and Devil, the Crimson King seeks to destroy the Dark Tower, the central pillar that holds all worlds together. His goal is to collapse the structure, erase the beams, and return all existence to the chaos of the Prim. That alone ties him directly to Bessa's essence, and by extension, to it. In a way, he's Pennywise's cosmic ancestor, the patriarch of destruction itself. Like Pennywise, he wields immense power over reality, bending it to his will. He commands legions of monsters and cosmic horrors, many of which are descendants or relatives of its species. You could think of him as the great-grandfather of the Pennywise bloodline, the ruler of the dark family tree. But what makes the Crimson King terrifying isn't just his power, it's his purpose. He doesn't just want to consume the world, he wants to unmake it entirely. In the cosmic hierarchy, Pennywise may be the mischievous, bloodthirsty child of chaos, but the Crimson King is the father who gave that chaos a throne. Together they form the royal lineage of destruction, the gods of fear, hunger, and the end of all things. Marvelous verdict! And there you have it, the cosmic bloodline of Pennywise the Dancing Clown, a family made not of humans but of gods, chaos, and creation itself. What makes this family terrifying is their purpose. Each one represents a different side of existence, like creation, destruction, balance, and madness, and all are intertwined in the same eternal story. At the center of it, grinning from the dark, is Pennywise, the child of chaos who learned to make fear fun. Which member of this cosmic family creeps you out the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the monstrous and the marvelous. I'll see you in the next one.